All right, guys, we've got good news. Wife texted me today while I was at work, and the part that we needed for the transmission that my buddy Josh fabricated, or he turned for us, made us a whole new bolt out of a completely different bolt from hardened steel. So I'm going to try and get that installed. Let's see if we can't get a working transmission by the end of the night. Super exciting. I love daylight savings time, right? It's only 5:30-ish, and it's already dark outside. So I get to work in the dark with a little bit of lighting. So that's always exciting. But let's go take a look. All right, guys, so here is the bolt. You can see it's got two steps on it. The finger sits on here. This part here goes through the top of the transmission, and then the nut is on the outside to hold this all together. I gotta shave a little bit of the head of this off, I think. That's no big deal. I'll just hit that up real quick. And then we're gonna get this installed, and it's gonna work. I just know it's gonna work. I feel super good about it. Let's check out what we're working with. All right, so here is the top of the transmission. This is upside down, obviously, looking down into it, so that way we can see what's going on. You can see right there, okay, right there. That's where the bolt goes through. So the finger is right there. You can see it laying down on the bottom right there to the left of that hole. Right there. Okay, there it is. There's a better view of it. So the bolt has to come in from the inside. It goes through this side of the finger, through the top of the transmission plate right here. That first big step actually goes up against the hole right there to stop. It leaves enough tolerance for that finger to be able to move back and forth, but not so much tolerance that it's sloppy in there and it can wiggle around and really start to wear things out. So they leave tight tolerances for a reason, but good reason. So everything else in here looks good. You know, considering this thing is from the 70s, I mean, literally this coach is a 71, right? So it looks pretty good considering all things. So let's get this bolt in here, and then let's get this top plate installed. All right, guys, so I got it in. I didn't do a very good job of recording very much of it because I was focused on trying to get this thing in. It was a timely process, I'm not gonna lie. It's 11:30 already at night. I got a little bit left to do. One of the eyelets for the power for the reverse solenoid broke off. Old, it is what it is. So I have to replace that real quick. Hook up a couple more wires. All of my linkage bolts and everything are not 100% tight yet. Just trying to get everything together so I can fire it up and see if it's gonna work. So fingers crossed. Let's go see the progress. So as you can see, the top plate is back on. I got all the bolts in. All of the linkages are all hooked up. Like I said, I didn't tighten all of that yet 100%. I've got my air hose I gotta put back on and tighten that up, because I'm definitely going to need that if I want to try and move it. I do have more little odds and ends yet that I do have to do. I gotta drain the fluids out of here because really it's only like WD-40 and stuff that's in there with a little bit of actual oil. So I got to do that. But we are almost back together. Cross your fingers that this is actually gonna work. I feel pretty good about it. You know, obviously there's always the what ifs, if you know, when you're doing anything that maybe something isn't right, but everything else looked good. I got everything else back in position. I'm pretty sure that I know exactly what happened, and I think it's gonna be good. So let me get these wires buttoned up, and we'll get it fired up. Well, it is late, as late can be. I don't even know exactly what time it is, but just fired the bus up, and it's no dice. Something is still going on. So tomorrow's another day.